Oh man, I can't believe they have my favorite magazine, It's You! Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we woke up here in Ymir, Reen's hometown, and this time we're going to continue exploring around the Hot Springs Paradise. First, we got Celine and Elise.
Oh, here you are, Elise. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse? That better not have been who I think it is.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could've...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did, and Elise didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
Character tab. This is something that is actually fairly important for completion. Not the fact that the character tab exists, but rather our process of filling it. Right now we can see different people that we all know. So, for example, we've got Reen. He is our only Class 7 member here, the Ashen Knight's Awakener, adopted son of Baron Schwarzer, intermediate at the 8, leaves one blade style. Then we also got our different people. As we go through the game, we'll be able to see some certain other things. So we see right here that Elise, for example, has this first thing up, indebted. She seems to regard Celine as having saved her brother's life. Throughout the game, these will be unlocking, and they don't always unlock automatically. There will be times when we have to make a choice, and we have to go out of our way to get a boost, get a new thing on our character tab. Otherwise, for books, we can also, if you ever want to read through, you can go to the books tab. There's Gambler Jack, Imperial Chronicle. You can see both of those. There are 3 other tabs in here. I think 2 of them are important of those 3. And tradition of going back and talking to people. I'm not sure what you have to apologize for, especially after what you've done for me, but regardless, please do tell me if there's anything I can do to make your time here more pleasant. You don't need to go out of your way for me, really. It's kind of entertaining to watch her squirm from all of Elise's attention. Got this guy sweeping away. Okay, he's actually making contact, at least. Reed, you're up! Hey Luke, sorry for worrying you. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. You sure? You always say you're fine, even when you're not. I can go and ask Lisa for some medicine if you need it. Well, I guess I do feel a little dizzy. That's probably more from sleeping too much, though. I mean, I slept inside the Divine Night for a whole month and all. Talk about getting your beauty sleep. I've been hearing about the Divine Night since it came back, but it still blows my mind that it actually exists. Whatever. The point is, take it easy, okay? Elise isn't the only one happy to see you back home. Thanks, that means a lot to me. One thing I actually also want to do is a little bit of volume editing. I love the music in this game. Nihon Falcon's music team is fantastic, but it's just that the voices are a little bit too quiet. The mixing's a little bit off. Oh my, Patrician, I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie, let me get a better look at you. I'm alright, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me and he said I'm fine. Oh really? I suppose if he says so. You look always used to come here, covered in bruises after playing up in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. And then again, there's been no shortage of surprises. First, Her Highness comes to stay, now we have that talking cat. Sometimes it feels like the war has nothing to do with us, but with everything that's happened and you getting involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Oh, I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. It's entirely possible, Lorraine. Also, I have disabled my turbo button. I don't like turbo button that much.
Oh, Master, I am overjoyed to see that you are well.
You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? I'm fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long.
Is that so?
I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Luckily, the fall harvest has been excellent this year. I'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountain's blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you, I can't wait. Gizmo. You'd expect him to be more technologically inclined with a name like Gizmo, but that's just typecasting. Let's pop into the tavern where we got Toval. And also Kiki. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything still the same here in the tavern? Yep, sure is. Marge tried to give up drinking. It didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. Let's see if she's doing well, but her tongue's sure gotten sharper. Sharp enough before. Where is this failure of a man? There you are, Moritz. Well, hey there! If it ain't Green, glad to have you back at home. You all better now? Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have just been exhausted. I take it everything's fine with you? I see your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact, at least. I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need to make you anything, though. Might not be as good a carpenter as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks, I'll let you know if I ever need anything.
You're finally up, Reed. Good to see you. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the lines of wants of this, you had us worried, young man.
I'm sorry about that. I feel awful.
Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. We can enjoy them with Elise later.
Make some fluffy pancakes. Thank you. It feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. I don't like the type, but I'm always amazed by how well he makes this stuff. Remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school? Good times. Fluffy pancakes are a healing item, as weird as it sounds. Cooking items are actually very important. These are cooking things is a very good way to get healing or actually debuffing items, but I prefer the healing items. Fluffy pancakes restore 3,000 HP and also grant a movement plus 50 buff. I think that's just the normal movement buff. I'm not actually certain. I think movement might work a little bit differently in terms of buffing, but I could be wrong. There's also, we can buy here the Tricolor Onigiri, which heals 2,000 and cures Freeze, Petrify, and Faint. And the Salty Onigiri, which just cures Freeze, but it is a lot cheaper. Not much has changed since the last time you were here. For all the patrols more, but that's about it. Bracers, to my right, has been helping us a lot too. He's been a real big help since he got here. Real considerate kid for his age. He's really outdone himself by bringing you home safely. Gonna have to treat him to a coffee for that one.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
about that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look, and sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now, we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war, for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army's showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros? That secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years' worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Clearly, the answer to who phoned Toval was that the cat managed to learn how to call people. Which sounds terrifying. I would be destroyed by a cat learning how to operate a telephone, or a cellophone, or an Arcus phone, or any kind of phone. You were kind enough to come and see me last night, Father. I wanted to come and thank you for that. Think nothing of it, Rean. I'll always do my best to aid you however I can. You'll always be a pupil of mine, after all. I'm simply relieved to see you're still well. A lot seems to have happened to you in these past 2 months. Yeah, you could say that. It really has helped me in more ways than I can count. Helped me to study for exams, giving advice when I need it. Sometimes I feel like I'm relying on him too much, but he's so smart and helpful that I end up doing it anyways. I can see you're quite the lost lamb at the moment, Rean. But hurrying to find a way forward is not the best course of action. First, you should reflect on yourself and your surroundings. Yes, Father. He's probably right. I need to take this chance to cool my head and think about this. Good to see you again, Lisa.
Rean, it's good to see you too. I was so worried about you after hearing that you vanished over in Trista. You and Luke have always been like little brothers to me. Little brothers who are going to make me go prematurely gray.
Sorry. Don't you think I might be a little too old to be a little brother, though?
Age has nothing to do with it. I still have plenty that I want to ask you, but that can wait for another time. Right now, I'm happy to have you back. Please, take this chance to rest and recover from all you've been through.
She really is the epitome of a perfect older sister. Kind as can be and always looking out for everyone. It's funny how nostalgic it feels to have her caring for me like this. It wasn't that long ago I was last here. So we get to learn a little bit more about Rean's life back here in Ymir. But of course, the reason that we're in the chapel is because Alphen's here.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Reen. You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing. To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well... I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and I, we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you. I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age, but that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
That'll be something I'll talk about next episode. Not that we're done right now, we still have a little bit to go, but... I have to say, though, I'm really glad I had the opportunity to visit Ymir. Oliver came here some time ago, or came here himself some time ago, and ever since then I've wanted to see it for myself. Not to mention it's given us the chance to really get to know one another without any pretensions. Oh, that's the first I'd heard of Prince Oliver coming here. Though I guess that makes sense, knowing that the Phoenix Winds was built as a gift from the Imperial family. From what I remember, it was just before we left for Liberl 2 years ago. He couldn't stop talking about how much he was looking forward to the hot springs. Back then he wasn't quite as popular as he is now, so he was apparently able to do it without anyone recognizing him. No wonder I don't remember it. Back then, I wasn't in Ymir much thanks to my 8 Thieves training. Such a shame. I can only imagine how close you might be today if you'd been able to make his acquaintance back then. Glad to see she's back to her usual self. Unfortunately. Let's just say that this game has a little bit too much anime influence in one way. Again, there's a point I'll be getting into that. Try to rest up, okay? I know there's a lot on your mind, but there's nothing you can do about any of it right now. If you want my advice, I'd say go and take a dip in the hot springs over at the Phoenix Wings. Now that's relaxing. I mean, hot springs do seem very relaxing. I have never been to a hot spring myself, but I have been to hot tubs, and those are incredibly nice. So a hot spring is just like a natural hot tub, right? Maybe? I don't actually know, but what I do know is that we are at the 20-minute mark. Pretty much on the dot, too. So next time, we will investigate the Phoenix Wings and Ymir Valley 1. But until then, see you guys later!